Jimmy Kimmel, the sharp-witted MC whose late-night monologues have skewered presidents and pop culture alike for 2 decades, is no stranger to the spotlight's glare. From his days co-hosting The Man Show to helming Jimmy Kimmel Live, he's built a brand on irreverent humor, heartfelt vulnerability, and an uncanny ability to blend the two. Yet, behind the desk, under the studio lights, Kimmel grapples with shadows that even his quicksilver quips can't fully dispel. The recent death of his lifelong friend, Cleto Escobedo, has plunged the 57-year-old host into a profound emotional abyss, a dark place, where grief collides with existential dread, leaving him questioning the fragility of it all. What began as an unthinkable loss has snowballed into a torrent of introspection, burnout, and backlash, painting a portrait of a man stretched to his limits, barely tethering his public persona to the private pain roiling beneath. Cleto Escobedo wasn't just a colleague. He was woven into the fabric of Kimmel's origin story. They met as kids in the sun-baked sprawl of Palm Springs, California, bonding over scraped knees, shared secrets, and the scrappy dreams of boys on the cusp of manhood. Escobedo, a musician with a soulful saxophone wail, became the band's backbone for Jimmy Kimmel Live, his riffs underscoring monologues and musical guests for years. Their friendship endured the chaos of comedy circuits, the grind of late-night production, the personal milestones, marriages, fatherhood, the 2017 heart surgery that laid Kimmel's son Billy bare to the nation. Cleto was there through it all, a constant in Kimmel's kaleidoscope life, his presence as reliable as the show's opening theme. So when Escobedo passed on November 11th at just 59, it wasn't a chapter close. It was a rip in the narrative, sudden and savage, shattering the illusion of invincibility Kimmel clings to amid his high-wire act. The immediate aftermath was a blur of black suits and hushed condolences, but the real reckoning came in solitude. Kimmel, ever the performer, returned to his desk days later, cracking wise about election fallout and celebrity gaffes, his delivery honed to deflect discomfort. Viewers tuned in assuming the storm had passed, the host back in form, the show humming along. But appearances deceive. Inside, Kimmel was spiraling. He never expected Escobedo to be gone this soon, those close to him whisper, the words heavy with the unfairness of it. They shared half a century of memories. Backyard barbecues where Cleto's jazz unfurled like smoke, road trips scouting comedy clubs, quiet nights post-taping dissecting life's absurdities over whiskey. Now those echoes taunt, prompting a confrontation with mortality that Kimmel, at his core a storyteller of the light, finds paralyzing. He's questioning everything, insiders reveal, from the purpose of his relentless schedule to the legacy he's racing to build before time slips away. This grief isn't isolated. It's compounded by a fresh wave of vitriol that caught even Kimmel off guard. Mere weeks before Cleto's death, his monologue took aim at conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, a barb in the ongoing culture wars that ignited a firestorm. Social media erupted, tweets morphing into threats, emails laced with venom, the kind of hate that seeps into dreams. Kimmel's no rookie to pushback. He's weathered Trump-era boycotts and partisan pile-ons, his humor a shield forged in Win Ben Stein's money irreverence. But this felt personal, a deluge that drowned out the applause, leaving him raw and reeling. He never anticipated enduring such sustained fury despite his battle scars. The death threats, once abstract hypotheticals and comedian lore, now pinged his phone like harbingers, blurring the line between stage villainy and real-world peril. In this cauldron, Cleto's absence amplified the isolation, turning Kimmel's confessional style, think his raw Billy health pleas, into a potential liability. The toll manifests in fragments, dark circles under eyes sharpened by spotlights, a hesitation in his once unflinching ad-libs, the way his laugh now trails off like an unfinished riff. Friends and family watch with growing alarm, their pleas a chorus. Step back, breathe, let the guest hosts carry the load. People in his life are begging him to step back from the show before the stress destroys him. They say, voices tight with fear. Kimmel's a lifer, the job not just career but identity, a nightly ritual that kept him sane through divorces, health scares, the 2020 pandemic pivot to virtual absurdity. Quitting feels like surrender, yet persisting risks unraveling. He's tired, grieving, and completely burned out, holding it together with the brittle glue of professionalism, his monologues masking the man beaten down and terrified of this depth of despair. It's a vulnerability he's shared before, post-Billy railing against healthcare inequities, but this feels bottomless, a grief without the redemption arc of a child's recovery. Cleto's life, cut short, looms large in retrospect. A Phoenix native with Chicano roots, he infused the show's Cleto and the Cletones with Latin flair, bridging Kimmel's white bread wit to diverse audiences. His passing at 59, heart attack, the reports murmur, strikes at midlife's cruel joke. You're only as young as your unlived years. Kimmel, reflecting on their youth, recalls Escobedo as the cool one, the improviser who turned missed cues into magic, the friend who pulled him from postman show funks. Now band practices echo hollow, the studio a mausoleum of what-ifs. Kimmel's spiraling thoughts wander to his own ledger. At 57, with Billy's third surgery behind them, he's acutely aware of tomorrow's borrowed. He's in a dark place, the consensus holds, where humor falters and the big emotional toll manifests as insomnia-fueled rants or silent stares at Cleto's empty chair. Yet, amid the mire, glimmers of Kimmel's resilience flicker. He's channeled pain before, his post-Parkland pleas for gun reform, the empathetic takedowns of COVID denialism, turning personal fire into public fuel. Colleagues rally, Guillermo Rodriguez with his steadfast warmth, Billy on the streets, Billy Eichner with irreverent pep talks. Off-air, therapy sessions and family hikes in the Hollywood Hills offer anchors, though Kimmel admits the climb feels steeper. The backlash, too, ebbs as focus shifts to tributes. A Cleto segment planned, perhaps with archival clips and guest saxophonists, honoring the man who soundtracked so many nights.